Hello. So I want to talk today about what it means to be living in a what I call CCC. And what a CCC means is a carefully crafted cage. And sometimes, well, most of the time, we put ourselves in a CCC. But there are some instances that we allow others to put us in a carefully crafted cage. But I'm feeling led to talk about this today, so let's get into this. So what is a carefully crafted cage, or for short, a CCC? It's when we put ourselves in circumstances or situations where we feel that we are actually doing ourselves a justice, putting ourselves in a good position, a good environment, or that we're progressing. But in all actuality, we're just keeping ourselves confined in something that feels comfortable or something that feels familiar to us. So an instance of this would be, say you're in a job that you know you don't belong in. You know that it drains your energy. You know that it doesn't fulfill you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, anyway. But you stay there because it has been a carefully crafted cage that provides an income and takes care of the bills and perhaps insurance, whatever the case may be. So you go on thinking that this is what I should be doing. This is where I should be at. I mean, I have to make a living. However, you know deep within your heart that you're supposed to be doing something else. You're supposed to be using your innate abilities and gifts and release them out into the world so that you can be compensated for what is naturally a part of you. But we stay in that carefully crafted cage because we're, afraid of the unknown, or we don't feel comfortable taking risks, or we perhaps have good friendships with people that we've worked with. Whatever the case may be, we're still holding on, and we go on thinking that this is what we should be doing. And that's where the carefully crafted comes in, because we lead ourselves to believe that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're doing what's right for us. And that's a carefully crafted situation, because if we were to look deep within, if we were to look beneath the surface at what our heart and our soul truly desires, then we would understand that we have caged ourselves into something that doesn't fulfill us, or that we don't belong there. So that that's one instance. There are many different instances in where you end up being in a carefully crafted cage. Sometimes it's a marriage or a relationship where you stay for the wrong reasons, or you go into it for the wrong reasons. You have either carefully crafted that cage yourself, or you have allowed someone else to do it for you. And you think, well, it's too difficult. There's too many assets that we share. There's too many, we share bank accounts. We have kids together, whatever the case may be. But neither one of you are happy. Neither one of you want to be with each other. But you do it for all the wrong reasons, so that's a joint participation of a carefully crafted cage. And if we start looking at all areas in our lives, we start to see the areas where we have put ourselves in CCCs in many different aspects of our life. Now, when we do that, of course, everything is a lesson. There's no right, there's no wrong. They're all just lessons. But it affects our ascension, because you can't move forward and learn and grow if you're going to keep yourself in a nice, carefully crafted cage, which makes you feel safe for whatever reason. how are you going to expand your mind? How are you going to expand your world? How are you going to expand your ascension by doing that? So it's really important to look in all the areas of your life and start dissecting. Is this really what makes me happy? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what my soul is calling to me to do? Is this really fulfilling my soul's calling? And no matter what it is, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be anything. Honestly, it could be anything. But just start asking yourself, is this what my soul is calling to me? And if it's not, then how can I remove myself from this carefully crafted cage? What are legitimate steps that I can take to remove myself from this? And I would say your very first step is recognizing that you have put yourself in a CCC or allowed someone else to put you in a CCC. Your second step would be change your mindset on it. Once you recognize something, then you can learn to heal from it. You can learn to make changes, but you have to first recognize it, and then change the mindset on it. Flip the script. Turn it into a more positive aspect. Okay, well, this is where I'm at, but this is where I'm going. I'm going to let myself out of this cage. No matter what it takes, I'm going to let myself out of this cage. And then start writing down the steps that it would take to do that. When you're living from your soul, when you are living from your true soul essence, life is very different. And there's areas in my life, I'm not saying that I am all out of my CCCs, because I'm not. I'm working my way out of them. But each one that I have worked my way out of, I have felt lighter, and I have felt freer, and I have felt more like my true soul essence as I come out of those cages. And you will too. And that is part of our ascension, is returning back to our true soul essence. Well, it's very hard to do that if you're living in a carefully crafted cage that you have crafted yourself or you have allowed someone else to craft. So that's one of the steps in the ascension process. And nobody can do it for you. I mean, I can share this information with you, and this isn't something you don't know. Your true soul essence knows this information. All I'm doing is reminding you of it. I'm just bringing it up, bringing it to your consciousness, and allowing you to think about it fresh, right now, right here, so that you can start making these changes in your life. And it doesn't have to be grand gestures. It can start out as, okay, I'm going to start looking seriously in my life and see where I have put myself in a CCC. And then I'll take the next step. It's a journey. So it's not going to all happen in one day, and it's not going to all happen in 1 week. But as long as you keep moving forward and you keep looking for the truth in everything, because the truth is what's going to set you free. Always look for the truth in yourself and look for the truth in others, because when you know the truth, you can't unknow it. And if you know the truth, then it's your responsibility to do something about it. So I just wanted to remind you of this. And I am sending you all lots of love and lots of activation energy.